Hey guys, it's Clarissa, and welcome to the advice that nobody asked for. And our advice for today is speak up. When I was a trainer, I used to say this a lot to my trainees to don't be afraid to ask questions, right? Don't be afraid to feel stupid. Huwag kayong mahihiya magtanong. Kasi most of the time, hindi nagtatanong ang isang tao kasi nahihiya sila, di ba? If nobody's asking the question, feeling nila na parang, ay, gets na nung lahat, di ba? So hindi ko na itatanong. Tatanungin ko na lang sa katabi ko pagtapos na yung discussion. Paano yung katabi mo mali din or hindi rin alam yung sagot, di ba? Or maling sagot din yung ibigay sa inyo. Wala namang mawawala sa inyo eh, di ba? Kung magtatanong kayo. And at the end of the day, if you don't ask the question, then you're just a fool. Kasi natapos yung discussion na hindi mo nakuha yung sagot sa tanong mo. Don't be afraid. Most of the time, the questions that you want answers for, they're probably asking the same things. Kaso nga, walang nagtatanong. You probably have the same questions but also the same mentality na okay lang, parang alam mo yon, nakakahiya eh. No, don't be like that. Never be afraid to ask questions. It's okay. Even if kahit alam na nung lahat, sabihin na natin, sige, alam na nung lahat, pero ikaw, hindi mo pa rin gets, then ask. That's the whole point of having the discussion, di ba? And whoever this speaker is, di ba, whether it's a meeting or training or whatever, seminar, whatever, if you have a question, like the whole point of having that, session is for the speaker to convey their message, right? Is for the audience to understand and comprehend whatever it is that's being discussed. If you are not understanding or comprehending what's being discussed, then we have a problem there, right? It's either the speaker is not doing a good job or you are not doing your part in asking the questions. Ako, personally, I've always been an outspoken person. I've never been afraid to speak up, to share my thoughts, my opinions, my ideas. I don't care if I'm in a meeting with the president of the company. Like, I don't get intimidated. Maybe it's just me. Because for me, like, the only person that you should fear is God. Like, everyone else is just human. We're all gonna die one day. We're all equal here. I mean, they might have a higher position than me, but sure. And, whatever. That's not the point, right? I'm in that meeting for a reason, and if I have a question, I will ask that question. And I guess it's all about not being afraid to sound stupid as well. Diba? It's that fear. It's that fear of being judged by others. It's that fear of like, baka isipin nila, bobo ako, baka hindi ako nakikinig, baka hindi ko alam kasi feeling ko lahat gets na. No, like, get rid of that mentality. Like, the moment you start asking questions is like the moment you start learning more. Then you get smarter, you get better. So I encourage everyone to speak up, express their ideas, their opinions. Kahit na feeling nyo, kunyari yung tinuturo mali, go ahead, speak up. Pero make sure, if you're gonna challenge whoever is speaking, make sure na tama kayo, 100%, 110%, okay? Otherwise, that would be embarrassing. And while this works very well at work and, self-development professionally, it can also be applied to your personal life, right? So for personal growth, it can be about maybe you having an issue with one of your friends or your boyfriend or a family member, and parang you're just too afraid to kind of talk about it and to have a conversation about it. If you are both adults, I don't see why you can't talk about it, about anything. If there is something that is bothering you, then I think it merits a conversation, right? There is always a civil and adult way of talking about anything, whatever it may be. Diba? We can all be civil. I guess it really comes down to how you talk about it, right? So, like, being able to have a conversation about it is one thing, but how you actually talk about it is a whole other thing. And that's another advice that we can talk about next time. And that is our advice for today. Thank you for joining me in this segment that I'd like to call The Advice That Nobody Asked For. Till next time. Bye, guys. If I do this on this side. And our advice for today is to the topic, the matter. Sure. And for today's advice is if you're not understanding and comprehending, if you're not understanding or comprehending ang puta. If you are not understanding or comprehending what has comprehension, tama. It can also be applied to your personal rep. Just be gentle, Charles. Namaste.